I'm going to move you over here. I'm only using 2 cameras, so I have this view, and then you have my view, and then you have a dual split. Isn't that kind of cool? If you're here, and I don't know if you're here yet, please make a comment. That's how I know that you're on the live and that you could see me. Other than that, I don't know. I'm using a totally different system. And so under that system, I don't know if anybody's here. So either way, I'm going to go ahead and start the live. So I'm here. Hi, I'm Lorena. I'm a long armer and I'm doing a custom quilt. So if you kind of like just find out who I am. I've been long arming since 2009, but I've been doing it as a business probably since 2012, maybe longer than that. So if you can hear me, please let me know. Hopefully my volume is good and you can hear me really well. And if not, I'll raise my volume. Maybe that will help too. And so if you're here, I'm going to start long arming. I want to finish this section. Well, I'll show you what I've been working. So I'm going to move this sweet camera over here, which is my having conversation with y'all camera, but it's also going to share with you some of the work that I've done. I have the last bottom row, and let me move you here. I have this last section to work. I am having to mark it. I want to work on this area. I don't know if you can see it right here. So I'm going to move the long arm a little bit. And I'm just going to start working. And if you have any questions, make a comment. Wait. Pull this so I can go. And I want to get certain sections going so that I could get to the last row. I noticed that these sections are kind of hard for me, so I tend to leave them to the end after I've been working for a long period of time on this quilt. Each row has taken me, really? Things you don't think about when you're doing a live that tend to go wrong when you're doing one. I have been predominantly working on this quilt for probably 3 weeks now, maybe longer, 3 weeks. But I feel like I'm getting to I think this is the hardest part of the quilt. These bricks. Let me get a roller. Aloha from sunny Kauai. Oh my God. Thank you for letting me know you're here. Let me show you my face. Thank you for letting me know you're here. Hi, how are you? I'm going to let everybody see your beautiful comment. And it's on small print, but hi, how are you? Oh my God. So thank you for commenting. At least I know I'm live, and at least I know you can see me. Let me move you back. Sure you don't want to see my... Anyway, for some reason, the setup for the live stream is a whole lot. I came here nice and fresh. My hair was real cute. You want to see when I had my hair? It was real cute. I had cute hair. I had cute makeup. Like, I look cute. But then setting up this whole system, meaning setting up this switcher, setting up that camera, and I tried to set up 2 other cameras, and it just didn't work. Hello from North... Okay, I'm going to switch. Hello, how are you? How are you from North Carolina? I love this. Hello. 1776. How you been? Like, your comments are posting on the top end. And also too, like, this is so cute. Consider subscribing to my channel if you never have. I also have... Wait. Lorena's Laser channel. Do you see the prompt? See, like, prompt up? Okay, wait. I also have... Hold on. I wish these were together. I also have... Hold on. I'm trying to hit. I also have a Facebook group. And I think I'm going to lock it down. There's some random people that are joining my Facebook group and are trying to sell shirts. And if you're one of those people that is going on my Lorena's Quilting Facebook group and trying to sell t-shirts to my people, you are out of line. On one of the prompts for you to join the group, it says that you can't self-promote and you can't kind of like advertise your business. Now, if you have a product that you love and that you wanted to share with the community, like I have one, Miss Ingrid Hunt ended up getting a $300 beautiful wooden hand sewing. I don't know if it's a table. I don't know what it is, but she was sharing the link of that table that she bought, and it's beautiful. It's wood. It's for you to be able to do hand stitching and hand stitching your own quilt. Like, I don't mind stuff like that, but anyway, you have to literally, and I don't know how I could do it. And maybe you're gonna have to message me on Facebook saying you're not one of them, and put I'm not one of them, and then I'll let you join, because I'm not gonna let people just join anymore. I literally ignored the Facebook group for a day or a couple hours, and they know I literally made a comment on the Facebook group to please not sell stuff on there, and then they ignore it and they don't, and then they sneak up. Do I even have one now? And they'll sneak up and put something on the group, like a girl trying to sell a t-shirt of quilting. Like, I do embroidery and I do a vinyl. I could sell shirts to my people. I don't know. It's not, no, life is not all about money, but to some people it is. So anyway, thank you for being here. Let me see who else is commenting. I really do appreciate you taking your time of your day. I am doing good. Can you hear me well? I have the volume better, I think, this time. And I'm also only using 2 cameras. I wanted to use like 2 other cameras. So this is a view where I was going to start long arm quilting. This is a view where you get to watch me or see me. I may move this over so I could work over there so you could see me better, because that I have the long arm that is, hold on, let me, way on the other side. Let me show you here on this side. The camera is way, it looks far now, right? It didn't look far from the prompt, but I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I'm doing live streams on TikTok because I have enough following so I could do a live stream. So if you don't, some people hate TikTok. I literally was told by a subscriber never, ever, 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 ever to do TikTok. And I listened to her, and TikTok's a thing now. And, you know, I understand that they're afraid that China's going to take our identity, but Americans are already stealing my identity. People are already stealing my identity. That's why I'm constantly getting inundated with stupid emails that I don't need. So anyway, I'm going to show you the quilt. Get some, and you'll see some mistakes. And I was telling somebody to not be afraid to make mistakes because you could always fix them. Okay, you hear me good. Thank you. So I'm going to bring you here. I'm going to show you my quilting progress. You can see this beautiful progress. And then I'm going to move all of y'all over here so I could talk to you and work at the same time. Because let me show you my marking tools. I'm going to show you the tools that I'm using. Ruler I created. I really love this ruler. I love the fact that it doesn't have a lot of markings. I think if anybody's interested in buying one, please message me and I will create this ruler and laser your name on it. That has my logo on it. Can you see it? Yeah. I'm using General charcoal white pencil. Honestly, my son bought me a box of these and they work wonderful. And I am using a Taylor's pencil. These Taylor's pencils I bought on Amazon. They really do work great. And I sharpened both ends because when you're marking, the when you're marking a lot, especially the amount of marking that I'm doing on this quilt, you can use the sharpness quickly. So I did both ends. Like this was probably like the other day. I want you to see this area was marked very, it had a lot of markings on it. An extreme amount of markings. Can I bring you close? Yeah. Can you see well? And you don't see any of the markings on it. I keep looking at my mistakes. Okay, don't look. Don't pay attention to that. So that's the brickwork, and then I'm going to pan you so you can see here. I'm going to bring you across. Oh, my man. Hopefully I won't lose this camera. Hold on. I'm going to bring you here. I'm going to switch you. Why? So how are y'all while I'm fixing a camera? The other day I did this live stream and I ended up having so many cords from the cameras that I felt like I was inside a web. And then when my husband came in, he saw me inside a cocoon of cameras everywhere. He's like, what's going on? It's like, oh, this is my life right now. Okay, hold on. I'm going to fix something. All right, I gotcha. Now I got the camera plugged in. What I'm trying to do today is do it to where I don't have so many cameras plugged in. There you are. And let me get it. I'm trying to fix this. Hold on. Let's see how that looks. All right. How does that visual look? That's beautiful. Linda, I love this client. I don't think she could afford to pay me the work that I've done for it. I think the work that I've done is probably worth a couple $1,000s, but let me move you here. Let me move you here so you can see me. So you can see my cuteness. Okay. I don't think when you do custom quilt at this level, a client could ever pay the long armor. She is going to pay me well, and she is going to pay me what I feel is fair. But did I, and okay, and also too, this was my design decision, meaning I was the one that chose to do this brickwork for her, and I knew that it was going to be a lot of work, but I didn't know it was going to be this much. And I sometimes, like, you do a suggestion and you just really don't know what you're getting into and what you're telling your client. So I went into it thinking that I've done this before on a labyrinth quilt, and I did the brickwork, but I also did, I think it was 1.5 inches large, or maybe 2 inches large, and it was 1.5 inches height. There was a bigger brick size, and she wanted this densely quilted. Initially, she told me just to go ahead and meander inside here, and I just couldn't in good conscience do that to this quilt, because I think this quilt is so beautiful and so unique that I needed something special. So this amount of work was something I put on myself. I don't think she could afford, because I think someone quilting this for someone else would cost probably $2,000 or $3,000. Hold on. What happened? Sorry. Lost the footage. And yeah. Is she recording? Okay. Sorry, something happened. Hopefully she's recording now. I think she is. So she can't afford to pay, like, and that's not fair for me to ask her to pay like $2,000 to $3,000 for something that I suggested to do, already quoting her a specific price. Hold on, my dogs. You want to go outside? My dogs are having an emotional moment. My husband is home, and so my little dog doesn't know if she should be with me or she should be with him. Hopefully you're not seeing that weird screen. Okay. So this was kind of like my doing. And so yes, she's going to pay me well, and she's going to take care of me. She's always been good to me. I just don't think that I could tell her, hey, by the way, this quilt kind of sucked, and it took a lot more time than I expected. And this was my idea. This was my suggestion. But let me just say this. I think I really needed this quilt because I'm kind of burned out on doing clients' quilts where I'm constantly just doing one quilt after another quilt after another quilt, and I'm like rolling them out like ugh. I think I'm burned out. This has given me almost like, I don't know, it's really helped me go back to why I really love long arm quilting. Hello, Becky. Howdy from Texas. Um, I fell in love with long arm quilting because I fell in love with the custom quilting. You know what I mean? And because I've turned this into a business and it's become like, how many quilts can you quilt in a day? And I can quilt 5 of them. And I'm really good at quilting 5 of them. I'm really good at churning a lot of work out. As a matter of fact, I took this quilt off one day and I spent 2 days getting like 5 quilts done. And it was a good break from the intensity or the amount of work this is taking. But uh, like my hope is that she puts this quilt in a show because it's so well made. And I hope that this quilt does well. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And I honestly, she's an artist. The lady who I'm making this quilt for, she's an artsy lady. She's an artist. And I know she'll appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like she'll love the work. She'll hang the quilt. She'll take care of it. She will appreciate all the hours that I put into it. And that's the only reason why I did this for her. I would have never done this for anybody else. Nuh-uh. Um, I even think like I'm gonna ask her. And it's maybe an inappropriate ask. Well, if you ever want to get rid of the quilt, let me be the first one to buy it from you. But what I have gained from it, other than monetary value from her paying me for the labor, um, I've gained a skill, a really good skill. Like I can literally move this machine and do the brickwork without rulers now. I've gotten a little bit more accurate. Well, you have to, right, as you working continuously on the quilt. So I've gotten more accurate. I'm working on the long arm quilting skill. I'm not just long arm. There's a lot of people out there, and I was one of them. When you have a computerized system, you just, if you're a button pusher, yes, you're a long armer and you know how to set up the quilt, you know how to put it on the long arm, but you're really a button pusher. And I've always had like a heart, for what is it, Madison? Jamie Madison. Her quilts are beautiful. Sharon Chamber. Oh my God. Um, who's this lady? Hold on. This lady who made these rollers. What is her name? Um, she makes the quilting and the groove rollers. What is her name? She makes these weird rollers. I don't know what her name is. She does beautiful long arm quilting work, and I bought all her rulers after I graduated. And they have just machines without a computerized system, and they just do the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. And I want to be one of them, and at this moment, I could say I'm becoming one of them. I trust myself with the long arm more. I trust myself free motioning more. If you needed me to do a straight line on the long arm, I could do it more. Hold on, give me a minute. Let me get my puppies. You're struggling, huh? You don't know if you should stay with me or be with your dad. So, yeah. I only do maybe 3 custom quilts a year. And this quilt is making me like, you know what? You need to get now I'm going to put mine on here. I already have a Hold on. Hi from Idaho, Indiana. How you been? I hope you see your name posted on the very top. How are you? Thank you for being jealous. You could do it too. No, don't be jealous. It just takes work. If you could do this kind of work on a regular sewing machine. It just takes forever. Like this is taking forever. Becky, thank you. Thank you, Chris. My little doxies. Yes. All right, let's see. Probably, yeah. Roxy's turning 2 already? Or a year? Anyway, I don't know. I don't remember when I got her. So, yeah, it's been fun. So, I'm doing TikTok. If you want to join the TikTok, I think I should do Facebook Lives, but I don't know how yet. But I want to do more lives because the TikToks were fun. As a matter of fact, my son came and he was filming, helping me film, and people were making comments. And I literally, what helped me doing the live is I got hurt Monday or Sunday. I ended up hurting myself. So I went to the doctor. And then after I went to the doctor, I just didn't feel like working. So I ended up kind of taking a day, like a recovery day. And, man, I took a recovery day, but what I've told myself is when you're doing work like this, you have to kind of like shrink down the work in saying, you kind of start timing yourself out and saying, okay, you're going to do this row, every one row a day. And some days, like I didn't finish this whole section, but I finished everything down. And then when I did a TikTok live the other day, what was really neat is that I had some wonderful people on the live hanging out with me, and I ended up deciding to do a second row. So I believe Tuesday I ended up doing, instead of just one row, I ended up doing 2 sections, which I did this section and then I started doing a live and I was exhausted and I did this part of the live. So I'm going to bring you in and I'm going to let you hang out with me while I work on this one panel. And then I'm going to also bring you forward so I can see your comments and ask me questions. I'm here. I will be turning. Right now you're just seeing hands, okay? You're just seeing hands. I have a little baby lock. Let me see. Move you forward. I'm going to move you here so I can answer your question. Move you out. So you can see me. Okay. You have a baby lock. 5. Hey, I didn't touch my machine for a lot of years because I had a lot of conflict when I purchased the machine. And I didn't think I was worthy of having it. But you know what? A mistake happened. I'm going to tell you the mistake that happened. I'll bring you here. The mistake that happened is I wasn't using the machine as much as I should have. I wasn't beating it up like I should have. And it went out of warranty. And I ended up frying the computer brain. And I'm a Christian and I love the Lord. I love Jesus. And I went and I prayed and I said, God, why did this happen? He goes, you don't use it anyway. You don't use it anyway. And so I ended up having to spend $700 to replace the computer brain. And from that point on, I was like, I'm going to use it. And if I would have used it, I think I had a 2-year warranty or 2.5-year warranty. I don't know what warranty. I think everything had like maybe 2.5, 3 years. It was like 2 years. I don't know for sure. Okay. But if I would have used it, played with it, and messed it up, it would have been under warranty. But because I didn't do it, I broke it. Literally, the guy goes, you know what's crazy, Miss Galena? He goes, your warranty went out yesterday. Yeah. And from that point on, I figured either use it and and honor the gift of having it. I was afraid to break it. I was afraid. I didn't think I was worthy of having it. And I was dealing with like, um, I'm not good enough. I'm not talented enough. And of course you're not talented enough, and you're not good enough, and you're not able enough. And you'll never be the standard that you want to be if you don't do it. And so fail epically, fail constantly, and then as you keep trying, you get better. You really do get better. This quilt, initially when I first started it, I wanted everything to be perfect. Like the ruler, I made a 1/2 inch ruler with little inch marks. I don't know if you see it. And I wanted to mark it perfectly. And I spent a whole week maybe marking it, putting it perfect. And I didn't have it on the long arm. And then as I've gone along, her piecing is not exactly perfect. Her squares are not exact squares. You know, because when you're quilting, you're initially piecing, your piecing is perfect initially when you're not tired. But then as you start going along, you know, a fourth becomes a little bit more of a fourth. What is it? What do they call it? A bigger fourth? Or your fourth becomes an eighth. Hey, give me that pencil. No, ma. You want to say hi to everybody, you little troublemaker? Come on. Let me get her. Let me get Cookie for y'all. And I move here. This goes dark. Here, come on, say hi. Remember her? Say hi. Say hi, little troublemaker. Mm-hmm. I think she's a one. I think she's a one dog kind of dog. But she's winning. Cookie, you saw her playing? Thank you for watching me. Timor. Yeah, I'm gonna put her coming up there. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate you. I appreciate all those people who've just hung in with me. Some of you have been with me since I started the channel in 2014. But originally I started the channel in 2009 when I got the long arm. And I would do these little videos. No kisses. Look, she's so cute. Look, she's gotten so big. She's like a big girl. She's not a miniature dash hound. They lied to me. I paid too much for her. No kisses. I know I'm sweaty. Look, he's just so sweet, right? Thank you for watching me. I really do appreciate it. Little sweet bug. Now, my husband loves her. Can you imagine? My husband doesn't like dogs. This one has won her heart. His heart. He literally pets her. Now he feeds the dogs. Now he pets them. Now she goes up and messes with him and like bites his ears when he's being a bit rough with her. I don't know. She's a neat dog. But I think, to be honest, she's not a dog. She picks on other dogs. Don't you pick on the old ladies, the senior citizens? And she's kind of roughhousing with Blue, and Blue's very passive. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking of giving her to my son, but then I just can't. I wouldn't have anything to entertain me and give me trouble. Right? She was getting the pencil. She'll literally get my pencils and eat them, and they're bad for her. No. Let me put it down. All right. Enough dog. I'm sure you guys are like, I don't know. Do y'all like me putting the dogs in the videos? I love it. I think it's hilarious. I was holding my grandchildren today, and I know I miss my kids being little kids. If the fan is too much noise, let me know. I'm just a sweaty lady, you know? I'm glad you show it to your husband, Chris. Let's see. So you guys want to watch me long arm? You love dogs? Me too. I had Cookie and Lily I think I got Lily in 2010 and I got Cookie in 2012. But they are tired old ladies now. You know what I mean? They're tired old ladies. And they don't seem like they want to get, they don't want to do anything. They're tired. They're bored. Okay, let me get my ruler. So I use these to mark. I really recommend having a ruler that only has the markings that you need. I was trying to use the other rulers, and it was a lot of rulers. I think they make too much noise, and the way I say noise, they have so many grid marks, and unless you know how to use this specific ruler, unless you know what the grid marks mean, you get lost in like all the numbers, because I have. I think sometimes rulers just need to be the basic. So this is a 1/2 inch. I don't know if you see the 1/2 inch measurement. You need to go outside. If you're going to whimper and cry, you need to go outside. I know you're probably looking for Blue, Mom. And Blue's not here. Probably Blue's playing. So, let's see. Cancel. I don't even have my machine going. Nope. I use 14 stitches per inch, 14.5 stitches. When I had the motor problem, the long arm would go to 14 stitches per inch, and then the motor would, the stitches would change on the stitch regulator. Also, too, you need to see this chair. I don't think they make them anymore, but this is I'm going to bring you down, okay? So, sorry, I'm going to move you. This chair, I love it. It's a saddle seat chair. It goes real high. I got it at the Houston Quilt Show. They are expensive chairs, but they really do help. They help when you're long arming for the amount of time I've been long arming. Let me move ya. Let's see. I love dogs too. I'm going to be posting them. If I had cats, when cats are a different breed, they're a whole different animal. They behave so different. So I'm going to move you here so you can see this view. Sorry if you're seeing my hair. See, like, I need someone to come and help me. Be filmed. Because this is like, there, 2 views. How do you like the 2 view? There's the weeders. I like now, I found like a system on how to work this whole thing. Let me roll the quote. I like, one of the things I like is going from the top, doing the line work this way. Did I mark that right? And I'm going to bring you here. I'm sure you don't want to see my face, my side of my head. You want to see what I'm doing. All right. So what I found is, let me show you the traveling. I found that as I'm working on it, I could travel down 2 lines. And there's that traveling. I don't know if you can see it. Travel down, travel up, travel down, travel up, and go through 2 lines in one shot. Visually, your eye gets confused if your markings are not right. So once you create one set of lines, so I try to make sure that these set of lines are perfect. And I was trying to match the lines from the top area here to, and I just can't. You just can't. It's just, well, you can, but I think I'm a little bit already too OCD, and I was already kind of like being real hard on myself that I'll never get it done if I'm unstitching every little tiny mistake that I feel I've made. I like, and the reason I like using the ruler now is I travel throughout the line better, or faster. Is that the word? I want you to see, oops. Let me see what you're seeing. All right, you don't see nothing on that view. So I want you to see what I look like body-wise when I'm quilting. I use this handle. I notice I like, this is called, some people wonder if it's worth getting. I think it's worth the get if you're going to do custom quilting. If you're not going to do custom quilting, don't waste your money. The reason is your hand is closer to the quilt, and it gives you a little bit more control of the machine. And also too, you can't have, I don't recommend you having your body too leaned over. Right now I'm a little bit leaned over. Can you see me well? Let me move you here. I'm a little bit leaned over because I'm going to travel down and see it only with the ruler. And the machine has like pause moments, like that one. So it's 5:11. Let's see how long it takes me to do this. I'm sure if I watch the live stream back, I could time it out. There's a way where you get kind of quicker, but then you also can get messier. I've already gone through probably 10 bobbins of the red. Can you imagine? 10 bobbins. My spool was brand new, and now it looks like it's more than halfway empty. Also too, if you see how I'm using the handle is so close to the, and I'm using my elbow as an anchor. Yep. Come on. And then I'm also using the top line, this top, to keep consistent. Well, that's not consistent. I'm fine. It's okay. It's consistent. And when I first started, I'm sure my clients like, the bottom looks excellent, Lorena. Yes, it does. Because I don't know if you can see my hands. Let's see. And so now, and I can also tend to use my finger to stop the quilt. And I don't recommend, okay? I'm sure someone out there on the long arm quilting police will say, you can pick your finger, you can break. Yes, you can. But if you go comfortably slow, and let me honestly tell you, when I first started, I could not do this at all. I could not manage the long arm and stay on that consistent line. Oop. So I would, and so I'm using this to tell me where to do the next line. I'm using this instead of the marking to tell me where to come down and where to go up. Initially, I'll show you how slow I used to go. I used to only travel down one side, like here. Would travel down one. And I also go up and down. So I'm going to travel, let me travel this one. See how I'm using my finger as the guide to stop. And that's a pretty, let's see. Second row. Come on. And I don't know if you see it. Can you see it? I'm letting the machine literally pause, then go down, pause, then go up. I found that when I wasn't letting it pause on that line, that it did almost like a little Y. The line didn't have the time to complete. Oop. Oh, come on. I'll look at your comments in a minute, okay? I want to finish. I found out in this process, someone told me that I probably have OCD. Not funny, but funny maybe. She says that she told me that a lot of people can't normally do this kind of work because it takes, I don't know. I think it's real peaceful, believe it or not. I don't know if it's peaceful for y'all watching. You're like, move on, lady. Show us something different. But I found that these, when I first was doing them, I was dying. I was holding my breath. I was panicking. Come on, you can do it. Get up there. Wiggle, wiggle. Let's see. Can you guys see well? I hope you can see. Yeah, huh? Move my hand, huh? If anything, when you do stuff like this, it makes you a real long armor. And people go, you are real long. What happened with the thread? Okay. Where's the one? Okay. And when you're tired, this could be... let's stop there. Hold on. I could travel back, but why? Why travel back when you just could... Oh, good nippers. You want good marking tools? Because the one thing that's the most annoying is a marking tool that doesn't mark right away. When you're doing... Oh, God. Turned you off, huh? When you're doing this kind of stuff, you become impatient because you're in a hurry, and marking takes forever, believe it or not. Marking takes more time than long arming this. Thank you. Look, I love that comment. Thank you for that. It didn't work. Let's be honest. Let me answer this question. Will the handle fit on any long arm? These are created for gamel. And let me bring you here. I'm going to bring you here, and you're not going to see me for a second. They have a nut right there. And so it's specifically for gamel. But every long arm should have its own, I think they're called micro handles. They should have micro handles, or you should talk to the company that you're working with and ask them to show you. See I'll bring you down. Show you if there is a manufacturer somewhere who will do micro handles for you. So let's do this last row. I'm going to roll the quilt, and we're going to work on the part I don't want to work on. The part I don't want to do it. Can I have you on both? Yeah, you have both views. And what I found, these mini handles, what are fun about them is my elbow is secure and it's not wobbly. My elbow, my elbow is secure. Like I'm using the bar, the belly bar, to support I need my readers. I wish I wasn't getting this old that I need a readers. You didn't hear that comment. So there's no wobbling. I'm going to show you in a minute. And if I do it, you're going to see. I do custom quilting for 3 people. Ingrid Hunt, Kathy Stockton, and I had a new client who I did a elephant quilt. Wait a minute, I need to go down, lock that in, because I'm going to unstitch that right there. She's a new client from out of state. I did an elephant custom quilt for her. And it came out really pretty. I'm gonna post videos of that work from a client from out of state soon, and showcase her beautiful quilts. Let's see. Come on, right there. And I like going up and down. Okay, I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna use this bar, but I don't want you to get. I'll bring you here. I'm gonna use this bar. I'm gonna share with you this. Oh gosh, why does it do that? Hold on. Hold on. The camera just like plays games with me, man. All right. This handle. Do you see how, can I move you back maybe? Do you see how my hand is in the air? When your hand is in the air, you're relying on your chest and your shoulders, and any kind of movement on your shoulders will move the bar, which makes it really hard to do beautiful, intricate work like this. It really does. And I know that they showcase the long arms. I'm sure you have long arms that they're showcasing out there. And you're standing with your arms kind of like in the air like this, right? Like, and then you're like, why can't I get that perfect circle? Well, you need anchor points on your body so that the only thing you're moving is the bar. So if you look at some long armers, I don't know what her name is. She literally has her hand on and she has her body leaning forward. That is an anchor point. So the only thing that's moving is her arm, not her shoulders back and forth. And she's leaning forward, so she's locked in. And her hand is locked forward to put the weight on there. And then she has her hands kind of like in a position where the mobility is only here. And I still think you're inaccurate. You're kind of sloppy when you're moving because you really have to kind of lock this part of your body up. That's why I love this, because the elbow is the only thing, it's locked up, and the only thing is you're moving is your wrist. Now this does cause wrist pain. It does cause forearm pain, especially if you put a lot of weight. Wow, she's already done. A lot of I used to use a foam pillow and put it on the back of the pick-up bar and roll the quilt. You want the long arm not to be as smooth. You know, they advertise, it's smooth, you can move it around good. Okay, you don't want that when you're doing this kind of work, because you're doing small, intricate, tiny stitches and you're moving real slow and small, and you want to control that. So right now I have the belts on, but I have only one belt on to make a drag. I want that drag, so I control the machine, not the machine just moving like out of control, floppy. And so when you have your hand in this position, you are also floppy because it's real hard to control your arm and elbow. I'm educating you on long arm quilting. Because if you're looking at the quilting, right? If you're looking at the quilting, it looks so perfect and accurate, but there's tricks to that. there's tricks to it, and the tricks are how you position your body. And so when I first started custom quilting or long arming or quilting my own quilts, I would wonder why I couldn't do those accurate stitches or those beautiful circular pebbles, or I couldn't do those beautiful feathers. And a big part of it was my body position, and that's why I also have 14 stitches per square inch, not 12, because you can't get a complete circular pebble when you have big jumpy stitches. So those are things I had to learn. But it came with like figuring this stuff out, because no one tells you this stuff. No long armor wants to tell you anything because, well, you know what, whatever. They just don't want to tell you. They don't want to share. So here, I'm going to do it on here. Oh, I'm going to suck. And I can't, here, let me bring you closer so you can really see. You can judge the, sorry. Bring you down, bring you close. And I'm just going to use this camera. If it turns off, I'm sorry. I'm going to use this arm only, this upper arm. Well, now my arm's in your way. And I feel like I don't have as accurate control of the long, and I'm having to go slow. Have you noticed? I'm going slower. And I'm going to move you back too. Hold on. So you can see my arm. Hold on, my dogs. You know, they want my attention. Give me a minute. You want to see them? Gonna open the door. Hold on. Let's see. The puppy. Why were you barking at me? You go inside and leave me alone. I'm not gonna stop working. Go away. Hi, Blue. It's hot out there, huh? You coming? Are you coming, yes or no? No, okay, good. I'm not gonna let you out again. Go to sleep. She like wasted her time with the dogs. Oh my God. All right, let me see. Let me put myself down. And honestly, this is my real life. If you want to know how does she work, this, shoot. Hold on. Sorry. Why you like that? Get out of here. Both of you. Sorry, guys. I'm going to leave them out. Let them cry, throw tantrums, be at the door scratching, just being pains in my butt. Like just because they can. Because they think they own my life. All right, let's go. Well, all right. Let's do it with this arm. And then I'm going to put a, let's see. Let me move. Do you like the two views or do you like the one view? Tell me. The two views are this. And that's the two views, so you can see it from this camera. And then you can see it from this camera. Hello. Hello. Let's do it. So this is the arm. I don't like this arm, okay? I don't. Do I like it? Okay, I like it. I don't like it for this kind of detail work. That's why I use this one. I do the long lines, the long stitch lines that you see here, these long stitch lines. I do use this for the long stitch lines, and I also do those long stitch lines when I'm standing up. The reason is I have a better control of just moving the quilt, and because it's long, continuous across the quilt. But these little lines are just, they're, and I want you to see my body. So I'm leaning forward, I'm going up and down, but you see how my elbow is free, and you see, I make more mistakes. Before, I didn't need the ruler. The way when I was, and I'm a little bit more uncomfortable And I'm not holding my posture well. And I'll show you how I fix the line once I mess it up. I'm going to move you forward here so you can see close up, down. I'm not going to move my... Is the bar going to hit the camera? Probably, huh? Things I don't think about when I'm doing this on my own. Mm-hmm. Wobble, wobble. Can you move the camera? Hold on. I'm glad I have a good energy. Sometimes, I don't know about y'all, sometimes I'm working, I'm like, ah! I'm grunting at myself, like, ah! Can you see the good line? Oh, you see it. Do you see the wobbling? And do you see how slow to get accurate lines with this? You have to go so slow. Because, come on, get that down. Wobble, wobble. All right, let's go here. Girl, she's sloppy. She's sloppy. Gotta laugh at myself, man. Life is funny. Can't be perfect. I have to tell myself that constantly. Okay, I want to share with you this. I don't know if you could see it. I wonder if you could scan in. Scan in. There you are. Okay, can you scan in? Do you see that? Do you see? Probably not. Do you see these wobbles? No, you probably don't care. Probably like, what wobbles? There's wobbles there. There's a lot of wobbles there. So I'm going to share with you what I do is when I have a wobble like this here. Now you don't like this one here. Can you see that one? Maybe there. Maybe. Can you see the wobble there? Okay. So what I do with the long arm is I go across, go up, go down. And right here there was a wobble. So I went up and then I traveled up and down. But then when I saw that wobble, I go back and forth. So now that I've gone back and forth, that stitch is locked in. So I could go back. And I do. Come on. See, I grab that stitch. Uh-oh. I cut the wrong one. Grab that stitch right there. And, sorry if I'm in your hair. And I clean up that wobble. Now there's another one here. That one is not as bad. Can you see it? You guys probably can't. What are we looking at, miss? You're looking at stitches that are wobbled. And I try to get the stitch, not the fabric. Anyway, forget it. I'll do this later. But what I do, literally after I quilt this whole section, I go back and I look at all the wobbles. We call them wobbles. And see where it's off, like right here. I don't know if you see this area right here. Right here. And I get that thread. And okay, so I traveled, wobbled, went up and down. And then when I came down, I go back and forth to lock that stitch in. So I'm able to unstitch that wobble. And though a big part of this quilt, come on, let me get the stitch. And now you don't see the wobble right there. Does that make sense? I don't know. Y'all probably like, what wobble? What is she talking about? Oh, it locked. Okay, she turned you off. What happened with you, camera? It's supposed to be working here. Hold on. Let me. Trying to work with a couple cameras is a lot of work because it's trying to manage it. Can't see the wobble, but I love the angles. Thank you. Trying to show with you that there's a lot of mistakes, but you can fix them all. And then visually, I'm like this on the quilt, like so I see everything that went wrong. You are pretty much further away. Hold on, let me see. I may need to get a different cord. I'm having problems with you. Why am I having problems with you, camera? Come on. So let's move you back. Then I'm going to move you back so that we can roll the quilt. You can see what I'm doing. Live streaming. Live streaming. All right. Hello, friend. How are you? It's a beautiful Thursday. Look, I'm going to put her. I can see the wobbles. So we're going to roll her. I'm going to see if I can get this camera to work. This camera is like the most reliable camera. And today she's giving me a hard day. Maybe it's because this cord is too long. So hold on one second. You're watching me like technical difficulties with Lorena. I ended up getting these long cords. That was a mistake. I should have made shorter ones. And I'm trying to film with least amount of cords because the other day I felt I was being consumed by wires. No. All right, so let's see. Your way is better. I have this beautiful song. So I'm going to move you here. Get to watch me put everything together. Let me move her. How does she do live streams? There's a lot of stress. So hopefully this one will turn on. Hopefully. Yes, she turned on. All right, cool. Smaller cord, I guess. You needed a smaller cord. All right. So I'm going to move her here. So you have two room perspectives. Yes? How are you? I'm glad it's Thursday, man. This week has been a week for me. It's been a hard week for me. So we're going to roll her and we're going to mark the bottom row. Look, I'm going to... Wait, do you want to see the whole quilt? Who wants to see the whole quilt? I love unrolling this quilt. I love, like, let me unroll her. This quilt has been unrolled and rolled constantly to share. So look, well, let me bring you here. Hold on, I'm going to get this camera, okay? I'm going to bring you to here. And I want you to see the work that I just did. So you could see it in detail. And you could see the wobbles that I was talking about. I don't know. That's a wobble. That's a wobble to me right there. Okay. But see, you just hung out and did this with me. Do you notice how beautiful and accurate you could see the brick without, like how beautiful, I'm going to come across, the brick is when I use it on the, when I use that, what is it called, micro stitching? So I wet the fabric. The good thing is my client washed the red fabric. Do not ever do this if your client didn't wash the red fabric. I literally did this one time, and I am also using my client's wool batting as a scraper. I wet it and I go back and go in one direction to get rid of the stitches, and I go back in the opposite direction to get rid of the stitches. And then I want you to see, I do one round of that. And let me show you if you can see. There's some areas when I was working a minute ago where I could still see. Okay, there's a cloud. I don't know if you can see this. There's a cloud of white where you could see some of that stitching. So I'll do this. I don't know if you can see it right here. So when I was doing the live stream the other day, I was real tired. And so I did wet it. I did do just what you saw me. And then I get the wool. I'm not going to let the dogs be crazy. And I'll go back and get rid of that white cast off. So I'll do the first time where I remove all the marking. Like I still need to do the quilting for here. But I don't know. It just takes forever. Hold on. How long did it take me? Let me unroll the quilt so you guys can see it. Because she's beautiful. She's beautiful. I'm going to give you the multi-view. Let me move this back so you can see it all. The back production of this mess. But it's better. The other day I did a live stream and both my cameras went out. I was so upset. I was like, ah. So I could only use one. So look. You will get close to you. No, leave me alone. The dogs. They're crying at me out the door. Look. Look, I still need to do. Let me do this part. What do y'all think? I still need to do this part right here. Like the brickwork here. The line work is done. The line work is so done. Come on, you can show. The line work is done. I still need to do this area right here. It's crazy how the lighting is not working. I still need to do this area right here. And there's another area over there that I need to do. And then I'm done with the whole top row. This top row took 6 hours. Maybe 3 days. Then these little pieces, hold on, I need to record this because, you know, one day when I'm old, what did you do for a living, Grandma? These rows right here, these sections right here, this whole top row specifically takes 3 hours. But if I add these little cornerstones and these to it, it takes 5. I don't know why. Just adding these. I think it's the marking. And also to getting this completed takes 5 hours. These significant, this is a different size. It's when you know a quilt, because someone was asking me what I'm going to do with the gray. Believe it or not, I'm still not done. These are bigger than these. They take probably 4 hours. But predominantly, I think these little sections are a bit smaller. And they take, give or take, the same amount of time as these rows. Isn't that beautiful? Look, and I was going OCD where I wanted this line to be exactly with this line, to be exactly with this line, and you can try to be that obsessed with it. Hold on. this, like this line, down this line, down this line, down that line. It kind of matches, okay? Okay, wait. Look, this line. Do you see it? Am I showing it to you? With this line getting in line with that line, going down. This line being in line with that line. Do you see it? Like, and you want to have that, or you want to try, but it's really hard because some of the blocks are not exactly perfect, no matter how much I try. Now this, look, this is all I need. There's that song. And the reason I'm maneuvering this quilt a lot is because I already stitched in the ditch. Hold on. Wow. I've already stitched in the ditch. And so once you have quilted the quilt and I stitched in the ditch all the red, it locked the whole quilt up. Let me move you here. I was able to lock the quilt up, so I'm able to move the quilt the way I am, because all this, even though it's not been quilted down here, let me move you here. Though it's not been quilted at all in this space, it's locked down because I went and I stitched in the ditch. I really do recommend that when you're doing, if you're a long armor, let me move you. If you're a long armor, get him screen. If you're a long armor, that lay your back fabric down, iron it. Make sure your fabric is ironed, because if there's any ripple or pleat, it could cause a pleat in the back of the quilt. And then lay the batting down. You don't iron the batting because this is like wool or polyester, but I recommend that when you put the quilt on top, that you quilt the top layer and the sides, and then you iron the fabric and baste. Make sure you go and do like a great amount of basting and locking the quilt in. Yeah, you see my hands in this frame. Okay, so you want to lock it in with basting, and then you go back and you start stitching in the ditch everywhere. And because you've already basted the quilt down, you know if there's any warpage, if the quilt is not square. You find out all those problems, because I quilted a quilt for this lady who has a YouTube channel, and when I was quilting her quilt, I didn't do that, and I started long arm quilting this kind of intricate work on the top row and started working down, and I found out that her quilt on the bottom and her borders were badly put on, that I almost panicked because I had to put in a pleat because it was flared out because she stretched the quilt when she was showing it. So if you do this before, you want to do it before so that you don't have surprises down the line, because believe me, people don't iron their borders right or quilt blocks right. They don't, or they iron from the back, and what happens is they end up having a fold where the seams are. Let me see. I'm letting you see. Let me put one view. They don't iron from the top, and then you end up having, and that's what happened with that client. She ironed the blocks from the back to turn the seams the direction she wanted to turn them, but hold on, she didn't I'll show you what I mean, okay? Let me bring you in. I'm gonna bring you down and bring you in, okay? I want to see your comments. So when you're ironing your borders or your blocks, you need to make sure that you could end up having like a ledge. I don't know if you could see it. She doesn't have a ledge because I ended up stitching the ditch. But you could end up having like a weird seam ledge. I'll use this as an example. Like a ledge like that. I don't know if you can see that. What happens that is an eighth of an inch. If you have your seam not ironed from the front and that you flatten it out and you open that seam up where it's open and ironed flat, and you don't do that with all your blocks. Let's say you have an eighth of an inch here, an eighth of an inch here, an eighth here. You've already lost. Now this and this is a fourth of an inch. This is another eighth, so it's 3/8. No? No. And then you do another eighth here. Just in this seam, this seam, this seam, this seam, not ironed right, you can literally fold in a 1/2 inch. And when she did her quilt, that's what happened. I ended up having so much extra fabric because she didn't iron right. Can you believe it? Not ironing right can add up to, like, just in these 4 seams, an eighth, there's a fourth, another eighth. Right here in these seams, you have a 1/2 inch that you can kind of like have hidden, like you have it hidden here. But people don't pay attention to that, and then that's why I recommend when you're custom quilting, iron everything if you can, iron the back fabric, and then iron the quilt top. And then while you're basting, ironing and basting, you roll it right in the iron and then baste. You see the sweet little variations that the client didn't even know that her quilt was kind of bowed out a little bit. Let me bring you over here. So I'm going to show you how I mark this. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to, ouch. So I'm going to show you how I try to stay consistent. So what do y'all think? Talk to me. Recording has been stopped. Hold on one second. Give me a second. I'm going to put you here for a minute. I'm going to show you my tools of warfare. Menu. Trying to fix camera again. I guess if I do live streams, that's going to be my life. Fixing cameras. Figuring out what's going on with cameras. What happened to you? Okay. So we're going to start marking this area. This is the last area, guys. I'm sharing with you the last row. The last row. I timed these rows. Each one of these suckers takes 25 minutes to long arm. That does not include marking. So here's my marking tool. I literally have, I'm going to bring you forward, I guess. Bring you here. Talk to me. There you are. You can see what I'm doing currently. Do you like the two view? Do you like the two view? This side. My dogs. Y'all better stop. Mom, we've been working hard. We're protecting the house, Mom. Okay, so we're going to work on this area right here. And I'm going to give you the two view. I'm going to do one view and then I'm going to switch it. Is that fair? Will that work? I'm going to switch it. I'm going to let the computer do it for me. So here, I'm going to get my ruler, and I want the long arm kind of taut. I want it nice and tight because, and I'll let you see me. You gotta laugh about stuff. Even nothing goes the way you want it to. You gotta laugh about it because life is funny, I think. Can't be miserable every day of your life. You gotta have fun with it. Okay, so here's the marking tool. What happens is as the fabric bows and shifts, so does the ruler tend to bow and shift on me. So I try to lock it, and I'm going to do one side, and I try to have my marking tool go in. I'm going to bring you down. Go in. You see that? It doesn't have to be too dark. Then this goes in. I notice if I go in a top angle, what the heck? What, Blue? She's out there barking at me. Open the door. I'm your boss lady. I'm your boss. Okay. So you want to have that these lines continue so that it looks like the bricklayer knew what they were doing. Is that a thing? The bricklayer knew her job. Sorry, I have to laugh at my life. Okay, hold on. Let me get Blue. You want to see Blue? The sweet little puppies. Why you give me a hard time, dog? Open the door. Aye, Roxy, no. You're not going to eat this. Aye. She likes eating batting. Isn't that horrible? She likes eating batting. All right, let's go. Keep on working, Loda, now. I did a live on the TikTok, the way I say it. And then I end up just doing one. It's easier to do one at a time. Sorry. Bad filmer. The reason it's one, it's easier to control one. And then I go back, set that line. And initially, to be honest, these areas are so much easier to do than the big areas on the top or the big corners. Is it showing it? Let me see. Let's see if I have new comments. You getting bored, guys? Tell me the truth. Some lady said that she loves watching people long arm. I guess because I do it all the time, it's not normal. See how it's moving up a bit? There's a line variation somewhere. And you want to keep doing it like consistent. Let me roll it a little bit. Let me bring the lawn. Are you okay, Roxy? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to long arm this area. And I'm standing. I want you to see that I'm standing. Let me move you out. I'm standing and I'm leaning on the belly bar. And you're going to see that up close. Leaning on the belly bar. Do you see me leaning? I sometimes have this long arm all the way up to the top of my chest. And I don't use this arm anymore. Or I don't use this arm anymore. And I lean. Now, the marking tools, marking lines are what I want, but the sewn lines become from this point on, this sewn line is what I want, no matter what my marking lines say. So I'm gonna go And do you see, I have my elbow, I don't know if you can see it, what camera this is leaning on. I have my elbow really tight to my body like this. Like this. The long arm's not off. And I lean down. And I'm trying to make as straight as a possible line as I can, despite the fact that my marking lines may not be perfect. And so in this section, up. What did I just do? Okay, I can't go no further. I keep the line long. There you are. So you see those lines, right? Can you see them? So I'm going to go ahead and now from here on this line, I'm like, which camera is filming? Okay. This line now becomes this part of this line. And that's how you make that continuous look. The long arm is in my way right now, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to bring you closer so you could see the madness of all this. As a matter of fact, you'll probably get a better view now. It's crazy how it's giving you two views, right? Sorry. So I have my long arm. So this long arm, this ruler is now telling me where this line is going to start. And I'm going to use, whoops. This line is right here. And it's the sewn line that I'm looking at. And that's what I'm going to focus on now. Da-da-da-da, come on, oop, fingers. I don't know if you see the ruler. Come on. I'm gonna be so happy when I'm done with this. Best day ever. Reward myself with some coffee. Personal vacation. Ingrid Hunt is gonna have one of the quilts that I long armed for her if you're here local at Grome's Quilt Shop in Universal City. If you're local, come and check out the quilt. Okay. Do you see that right there? Now you see those lines are perfectly in line together. I don't know if you see that. Perfectly in line together. And now you can see me sweaty. You can see how sweaty I am. The girl is sweaty. Right? You see how sweaty this work is, man. I'm going to move over here to this side. Or I could even go to this side. But I'm not. So this area of the quilt is not done. And I am gonna, let me move you. While the camera's shifting scenes. All right. Darn it. Okay. I ended up making smaller rulers. Hold on, let me show you. Where's my small rulers? Smaller rulers. because I was thinking, and I need to peel him. Let me. Sorry, the camera's doing this. Just while on your quilting. Thank you. Love you for that. Okay, he gets this. Well, okay, hold on. So then, I ended up making these little ones. Okay, kind of like, but I stopped, didn't use them. So hold on, let's see. Let me get. So I don't know if I need to move you over here. Are you guys okay watching this stuff? Are you? Is it curious about? Okay. So here's this line. You can't have the long arm around it because the long arm has the plate. And I'm just using this as a grid, okay? But you want to use now, I don't know if you have me. It's not just using this and making your own grid. This is now my foundation. This is where I started. So everything, this line has to line up to this line to this one, that to that one, this to this one. And that's, so I'm going to use this and stop doing both. I'll do the next one when I follow. Don't want you to. She's like, she's showing me her shoulder. She's in my way. I know. So I'm using this part of what I just sewn as part of the next line that I have to quilt. And I love these little sections, okay? The reason I love these little sections is because, see how it's off? Do you see how that's not with that? So it has to go with this. This is wrong. This goes with this. And I recheck. This is wrong. So I'm not going to sew that. And it's something so simple as the bowing of the fabric that gets you, messes up your line. So this line is here. This is off. You're not paying attention to the stupid camera. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. That's the line. See, and keep in mind, this, drawing this way is one way, or drawing in is another way. What I did is I drew the line out, so it made it bigger. If I drew the line in, it makes it cleaner, or it makes it more accurate. But look, the difference. Ay, ay, ay. So this is not the line I want. This is not the line I want. And honestly, after a while, like all these mistakes can become a pain in the butt, because that's why I put a draw on arrow. So now this has to line up to this. And believe it or not, that's how I lined up these on the top. Exactly like I'm showing you. Look, the difference between drawing in. Oh, that's wrong. A little difference right there. It's not a big deal, but that's wrong. Yeah, this is a bit OCD, huh? A lot. Okay, hold on. No. I'm messing up again. All right, hold on. Long arm. I have the long arm. One close up, one far away. Where's my ruler? So look, what I tend to do is I use this ruler and I kind of eye the line here. So I know There's my line right there. My line right there. Okay. Come on. I want it to be accurate. And you can't be perfectly accurate, no matter how much I tried. Where's the line? There's the line. Yep. Down more. Okay, am I off? I am off. Okay, so I'm going to go back up and do that line right. And I'll show you how I unstitch that mess. There you are. And I used to get really discouraged and stop sewing. Don't stop sewing. You finish what you're thinking. You'll be more frustrated unstitching if you stop in the middle of it than if you finish and you're concentrated on this particular movement. Like, I'm focusing on just, I'm gonna finish this. I'm not moving the thread. You can stop stitching if your thread is out, but what just happened? Okay. Let me see how we do this. Where's my new thread? Hold on, I'm gonna move this in a minute so you can see what I just did. And I'm gonna show you how I unstitch it. And if I get it right, the unstitching goes pretty quick. Where's that? Where did I finish that cutoff line? Okay. Can you see what I'm doing? No, sorry. There you are. Sorry, guys. I'm a professional long armor. Okay, there's my stopping point. As the long arm hits the phone camera. All right. Do you see this? Did you see that? Wow, hold on. Let me get you to focus down. I'm having the cameras rotate so you can see different angles. All right. I don't know if you can see. And then I go back and I check if these lines, and if they're off an eighth, it's fine. Like this one's wrong. Try to find a long stitch. I'll put that camera on here. Okay, yeah. I'll find a long stitch and then I'll just pick, like picking a guitar, and it's just a slight scratch. And the reason you want to do that is you don't want to in any way, and it's you don't want the client's quilt fabric to touch the scissors. And then you get the bobbin and you unstitch that area or that seam that was out of alignment. And because I went back up and down, I locked that seam in. So now you don't see that there was a line there. But what I also do as I'm doing this, I check this. The reason I check it is because this has to be accurate to this one. And then I mark this one. Initially I was starting to mark. And if it's a little bit inconsistent, like an eighth of an inch, I don't bother to unstitch it. But if it's closer to a fourth of an inch, it matters to the eye will see that it's not a straight line. And so so now because I check this, I can mark this side. If you ever want to do a quilt like this, this is how you do that continuous line. And any like variation, like this is wrong, this is wrong. And I just do, let me see, there's a line right there. This is wrong. And then the reason this is important is this starts going into this large section on this other side. The large sections are harder to do because you're running that seam. It's so easy to bow that line out. So let's go back and quilt this area. What I'm doing is I'm doing this line work first. I'm going to also get a wet cloth. Oh, sorry, Roxy. Wet the cloth. Like these little lines where I said don't draw there, I need to get rid of them because when I start doing the brickwork, my brain wants to think that it's lines for the brick and I start going up when it's not even part of the brick. So I have you on the camera. Having the ruler as straight as possible matters. Now this was on this line. So I don't know if you can see, I'm making sure that this bottom, this area of the line, whoops. This line, this edge of the line is hitting this. So I know that it's gonna visually look right. So I travel down and I have this ruler edge here. Travel. I'm not, you know how some rulers have like 1/4 inch. You don't need all that information on a ruler. What you need up. Let me go down up. See that line? It's a bit bigger. Wow, that's a big wider. Darn it. Just keep going, Lorena. Ignore it. Ignore it. You can fix it later. Okay, let's see. Long tail here. I leave my end tails here, right here. I don't know if you see that. The reason I do that is I know where to restart again. Like this line looks a bit bigger. This line looks beautiful. Okay. I'm going to go back. And honestly, I notice it. You guys probably wouldn't even care. It's an 1/8 off. I just need to go up a little bit. And what I try to do is on every section that I made a mistake, I go and fix it right away. And the reason I fix it right away is when I'm cleaning up the back of the quilt, I don't want to be going back and fixing areas when I'm already here. I'm already long arming it. Look, the difference is barely anything, but it bothers me. It bothers me. All right, let me see if I could get, is the long arm in your way? The reason I have the long arm here is I want the light. Hold on, let me see. You see how I'm picking up the thread? 14 stitches per inch is a lot. It's a very it's a lot of stitches per inch in the line, and it's very easy. But I think 14 instead of 12 is better than, I remember Linda's Electric Quilting, the lady, the long armor, not the company, she would say use 12 inches per square inch, and I noticed that the line looked chunky. I could literally use that same line and go up. Here's the line. You probably like don't even notice what I'm saying. But I want it to stay consistent from section to section so that when I start working on the big sections, okay, that's done. And you end up having like thread everywhere. Thread everywhere. Okay, keep that line. Let's go over here. Let's move you over here. What do y'all think? Talk to me. It's not just letting us doing this. What do you think? If you're wondering how people do this, and to be honest, long armers don't share. Long armers don't want to share. They want to be the only one. They want to be the only award winners. They don't want to share. And so we're left in the dark. We're not supported by our own community. Just saying. Just complaining. Very glitchy. I literally was part of a quilt shop, and anyway, they were very cliquey and they're very jealous, and you know they don't want to support each other. Anyway, I'll just stop complaining about quilt shops. But they don't want to share this. But you're seeing, I want to show this. You're seeing does it look consistent to y'all? Like, let me see. Does it look consistent? And that's what you want. So now what I'm going to do, since I'm here, and I change marking tools a lot because I want a sharp edge. I don't like see how I've dulled that edge? The sharper the better, because it's better to keep the line straight, or a clean line. So here, now I'm here. Maybe it's better if I use this little one. No, I need the length of this one. So here's this one. And I made these long on purpose. And you see how I'm going in? You don't even see because my stupid hand's in the way, huh? She's like, we would love to see, but you know, the hand is in the way. Can you see now better? Angle up. I learned with this quilt that angling in makes the line. Are you eating a pencil? You are. Why are you a pain in the butt, Roxy? I heard you biting. Why are you like this? Why? It's bad for you, Mama. Hold on, sorry. Doggy problems. Mom. I should let you all see the insanity I'm dealing with right now. Stop. Look, I'm going to bring you down so you can see the dog, what she did to me. No, stop. I'm trying to get, look, she was chewing on the pencil. Are you like being bad because you need attention or something? No, I can't do this right now. I love you too. Sweet love. No. She chewed up a whole pencil. Like, why? Why is she like that? She's bored. Rebellious little dog. Hi, Raleigh. Let me move you here. Sorry. I don't want her to choke on pencil. That's my favorite pencil too, huh? Right. All right. So you see the marking tools there. So sorry. What did I do? I'm a bad dog, Mom. I didn't even know the pencil fell. So what do you think? Talk to me, please. Comment. Are you still here? Did you leave me? Am I here all alone? Anyway, this is what I did on TikTok. The neat thing is having, I don't know, not that I need people watching me. It's very therapeutic, by the way. You wouldn't think. This is my favorite marking tool, and she chewed one of them, and I had to find another one. The reason I like it, the charcoal marking pencils, is because, I don't know if you see, I'm measuring with here, lettering, making sure that it lines up. All of it. That it visually lines up. Now I'm going to long arm it. Can you see me? Can you even see? I'm going to move the camera to this one. My hand won't be in your way. My hand won't be in your way. My hand is in your way. It's right here. Oh, that's perfect. See, when I did the other lines, it wasn't perfect too. Is that okay? Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to show you this. So you can also see my body position. I think it matters. I don't think quilters share what the human body looks like when it's working. Hold on. There you are. I'm going to set that up for you so you can see me. Yeah, it's a good view, right? So I'm leaning on the belly bar. This is the belly bar, that's what they call it. Lost the thread. Sometimes when you're working on or going on a lot of seams, and then I also already stitched in the ditch, so the quilting line is also going over the seam line and my stitch line, that you lose thread. Let me see. Glasses. Oh, come on. Yeah, you can tell you get tired and you can't even put a needle in the eye of the needle. My little dogs are fighting. Okay, bobbin, pull it up. Oh, wait. Is that the line? Wow, wait a minute. Over. Stop, Roxy. That poor dog wants Roxy to play with her. Where's my line? I can't see it. Okay. No. And personally, I talk to myself all the time, okay? So, welcome to Lorena's internal commentary. where the girl is trying to figure out if she's doing this right. And then you honestly don't know until you're done because your face is so close to the long arm. The face is like so low to the long arm. Let me bring you so you can see the line. Let me bring you down. See, this is the line I just quilted. It's not, it feels like it's not, it's not. When I was quilting, I was like, something's wrong. But no, you can see this line is a bit bigger than it should be. So I don't know what happened. What happened here? I can unstitch that and go back. Do you see how finicky I am? Because I want the lines to look like the bricklayer did the good job. And it's honestly, it's probably just 1/8 of an inch off. That's all it is. But visually, I notice it. I'm noticing it. Do I need to go up or down? Okay, wait. Do you see me unstitching? Think so? Is it showing it in the light? Yeah, it is. I wanted a friend to come and help me today because then if you guys comment, she could tell me the comment, and she could also tell me if the camera's out of frame, because while I'm trying to work, I can't be trying to long arm, right? Okay, there's this line. This line needs to be, then this line is here, then this line. And then you see one line's off, and then you realize, oh, maybe it's because of this line. You could unstitch. Told a friend that today, she says, I'm afraid to fail, and I told her that failure is a big part of learning how to do being excellent at something. And unless you allow yourself to mess up, like I just messed up, right? When I first started, I used to be so hard on myself. Why can't I do a perfect straight line? Hold on, let me get the dogs out of here. Hey, 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 get out. Why are you like this? See you later, Booze. Okay. And I was telling her, I said, you can't really succeed if you don't allow yourself to fail. And you can't be hard on yourself when you do fail. Because if you don't allow yourself, like I could beat myself up for this bad. Oh my God, I messed up. I didn't sew it right. But I've learned in quilting, and that's what I love about quilting, is that everything can be unstitched. And I think everything in life can be repaired. Everything. You can have everything that's out of order. And my friend, she's looking for a job. And she got a new job. Anyway, she's trying to pay all her bills, right? And she's panicking about money. And she has a little boy, and I said, she wants to get 2 jobs and kill herself with 2 jobs. I said, you're going to kill yourself for 2 jobs and not spend any time with your child. Is it worth it in the long run that you only have 5 years? Because her kid's like a 13-year-old. She has 5 years with that kid to really enjoy his childhood. Hold on, let me fix that. And I told her, is it worth the money when they grow up and they leave and they go to college and they do their own thing, and you didn't? We're always going to have bills. We're always going to have problems. Everybody is. And I told her, right now is the time you could really enjoy your child. I turned my ruler around because I already marked the line, and that's the line I'm going to use. Like I could get frustrated. I don't know if my hand was in the way. Was my hand in the way? Probably. I could get frustrated that nothing's right, nothing goes right, that I have bills that I haven't been able to pay. But I'm 52 years old, and the bills that I worried about in my 30s, sorry, don't even exist, don't even matter. And I didn't even get to enjoy some of my 30s because I fret about such stupid things. But that's life. That's what I feel the world wants you to get caught up on dumb things, and then you don't enjoy. Like, I could get caught up on, okay, I'll show you. I can get caught up on everything. That these bricks, like, I'll show you. I'll bring you in. I'll bring you in. Hold on. Sorry, I'm carrying the camera right now. I could get caught up on the fact that this is not a perfect ½ inch. But when you draw away from it, do you even notice it? No. Can you see? I fixed that line because to me, it did look thicker. But okay, this line is a bit thicker than this line. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm gonna be okay with it. I'm not going to unstitch the whole thing and go crazy because I don't have time in life for that. When I was 20, I had that energy. I'm 50, and I don't have that. When I was 20, I thought I had a lot of time, and now that I'm 50, like, it's not worth the time. Let me see. I'm going to use this line to mark. I don't know if you see. And fabric shifts and fabric bows. It doesn't stay in position. Even though I'm trying to mark it, you can see how. And that's why I spent a whole week marking 1/4 of this quilt. And then when I started quilting that area, after I ironed it, after I basted it, after I put it on the long arm, after I rolled it, the lines started to fade and I didn't see them anymore. And so it's just like dumb. I spent a whole week marking 1/4 of this quilt and it didn't even work. All right, let's long arm. Let's see if we have comments. Are y'all still here? Did y'all leave me? Am I all by myself? Look how sweaty I am. Oh, how sweaty. Gross, right? Sweaty people, sweaty people. This work. People think that this isn't work. Oh, I would love to have a long arm. Yeah, you would love to work too then. Especially if you're paying for a long arm. Do you know that these stupid machines are now at $65,000? Oh, and I have some complaints. You don't want to hear my tangents? Galmo wants to sell me a send. They want to send me a send. They want to trade in this long arm for an ascend, and then they want to give me $500 credit. That's stupid. And they're like trying to get people who have long arms, and then it's not going to work because the way they have you pinning a quilt, they say the machine works faster, it's quicker, it's a whole bunch of bull crap, bull bucket, and they can say whatever they want to say, but if you're still pinning the leaders on there, you're wasting 2 hours on pinning leaders on a quilt, on the back of the quilt. So what good is having a fast machine if the process is slow? What the heck? What the heck am I, Bob? Okay, that messed up. We're going to just keep on quilting. I'll fix the mix up in a minute. I'm gonna keep on quilting. I'm probably gonna let you guys go in a little bit. If you guys have anything to ask me, I'll finish this last row. And then I'll probably go to TikTok because I gotta get my live streams in on TikTok. When social media controls your life, huh? So here, you get real good at everything if you do it more than you should. Come on, baby. Okay, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'm gonna sit because I'm getting tired. I'll do I'll stand for, I don't know, I've probably been standing for a good hour. And then my feet start to hurt because I've been doing this standing. So I'm going to do that to this whole thing. Hold on. I need to unstitch. Look, did you see my mistake? Let's see. Do I have a mistake here? Yes, I do. I have a big one. Okay. I need to fix this over here. But let's see. And y'all probably left me all by my lonesome. It's okay. Quilting is a lonely job, I think. Do I want to feel socializing? Hold on. Let me pick. She's like, this lady's doing a live stream and she talks to herself. And pretty much. Come on. It's 7 o'clock. Oh, let's see. Sorry, I'm unstitching, and so I will fix this, and then I will answer your questions, and then I will let you go. Let's see. I think it's there. There's a straight line. Is that right? Oh. Yes, it's gonna have to be. Because girlfriend don't have time to be fixing everything. Yeah, I'll be fine. Hold on, let me see. You go outside, Mom. I don't want you in here. No barking. Go outside. Go outside. All right. Let me see if I have any comments. And then, I guess, let's see. Y'all have any comments? Anything you want to ask me? How are you? How you been? How you doing? All right. Well, I have, you guys hung out with me. And I have, quilted one whole corner over there. Ouch. And I have marked, I don't even know how long we've been here. How long have we been here? Hold on, let me look at the screen over here. How long have we been here? Oh, I have someone's comment stayed on there. Let's see. Shoot, we've been here for forever. We've been 2 hours? When time flies when you're working. Time flies when you're working. Well, let's see. I don't know. No one's asking me any questions, so I'll show you what I finished while we did this live stream. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Okay, I know, it's stupid. Okay, let me get you off the thing. Hold on, sorry. Let me show you. So this is what we did today. We just did these lines. Can you imagine? I still need to do the lines over here. But I also showed you how, like, I try to keep it straight and consistent. This straight and consistent throughout this section to this section. Probably going to work on this section next. And I may work on this section later. But girls, I'm going to be here for a while. And then I'm going to roll the quilt and stitch these areas. I don't know, when I'm doing the live on TikTok. So, this is what it looks like, guys. You want to know what my life is like in true form? This is what it's like. This is what I do. It looks fun and interesting and it's great. It is. But ultimately, it's a lot of work. But I really do appreciate you. I love you watching. If anybody has a comment, it doesn't say that anybody's commenting. I don't know if it stops sharing comments after so many comments. So I'm sorry if it don't let you share them and I can't see them. But it's been 2 hours and 9 minutes. So I will let you go. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.